Hello everyone, welcome to Math Tracker YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn about 3D shapes. So today's topic is 3D shapes. What is this? This is a 5 rupee coin, isn't it? Now I am going to trace the outline of this 5 rupee coin. If I trace the outline of this 5 rupee coin, what shape we will get? So after tracing, I got this shape. What is the name of this shape? The name of this shape is circle, isn't it? The same way, now I am going to trace the outline of this 10 rupees note. So after tracing the outline, I got this shape. What is the name of this shape? This is rectangle. The same way, now I am going to trace the outline of this biscuit. After tracing, I got this shape. What is the name of this shape? This is square. Yes. So after tracing this coin and 10 rupee note and biscuit, we got these shapes, isn't it? Circle, rectangle and square. These shapes represents the plane figures. So these shapes represents plane figures. So plane figures have two dimensions, namely length and breadth, or some shapes have length and height also. Okay. So the figures which have two dimensions, only two measurements like that. Okay. The figures, the plane figures which have two dimensions, that is called as two-dimensional shapes, that is 2D shapes. The figure which have two dimension is called as 2D shapes. Now I am going to take some more 5 rupee coins and I placed like this. If I placed these 5 rupee coins like this, what shape do we get now? What shape do we get? So here we got a cylinder. It looks like cylinder. The same way, now I am going to take some more 10 rupees note and I placed like this. So what shape do we get now? So we get cuboid. Similarly, now I am going to take some more biscuits, square shaped biscuits, and I placed like this. If I place like this, what shape we get now? It is cube. Yes. So can we trace the outline of these coins, these rupees notes or these biscuits? Can we trace the outline? No. Why? Because these coins, only that base coin, the last coin only lying on the plane or lying on the floor or lying on the table. If we keep this coin on the table means only the last coin, only this coin lying on the plane. If we trace the outline, we get only one circle. But the shape of these coins is not a circle, isn't it? It is a cylinder. The same way for these rupees notes also. Only the last rupees notes are the base, the bottom of these rupees notes, only lying on that plane. The other rupees notes are not lying directly lying on the plane. The same way for these biscuits also, only the last biscuit is lying on the plane. Other biscuits are not directly lying on the plane. Okay. So these shapes do not lie completely on the plane, because the other coins, the other rupees notes, the other biscuits, okay, except the last one, these are lying on the air, or it occupies some space also. So they occupy some space also. So this space is called as height. So they have the third dimension, namely the height, along with the dimensions length and breadth. For 2D shapes, we had length and breadth, isn't it? Already we had length and breadth, but now we got the new dimension, 3 dimension, namely height. So now we got three dimensions, isn't it? Length, breadth and height. So the shapes which have three dimensions, namely length, breadth and height, or we can say it as depth also, it's depending upon the solid objects, are called three-dimensional shapes, simply called as 3D shapes. So now these shapes are called as 3D shapes because cylinder, cuboid, cube has three dimensions, isn't it? Not only these three shapes, we have some more many shapes which have three dimensions. Now we are going to recall how to draw these 3D shapes which you have already learnt. So to draw a cube, first you have to draw one square like this, then you have to draw another square like this. After that you have to connect these two squares like this. So now we got cube. For cube we have drawn two squares and we have connected these two squares. For cuboid we have to draw two rectangles, first one like this, then second one like this. After that we have to connect these two rectangles. After connecting we get cuboid. Okay, for cube we used two squares, for cuboid we used two rectangles. What happened if we used two triangles and if we connect these two triangles, what shape we will get? So here I have drawn two triangles. Now I am going to connect these two triangles. So now we got this shape. This shape is called as prism. We can call this shape as triangular prism also because here we have connected two triangles. So it is called as triangular prism. Even for cuboid we can call it as rectangular prism, because we have connected two rectangles, isn't it? So we can call cuboid as rectangular prism. Now we move on to next shape, that is pyramid. If the base of the pyramid is triangle, means it's a triangular pyramid. To draw a pyramid you have to draw on triangle like this, then you have to draw these three lines like that. Now we got triangular pyramid because the base is triangle. The same way here I have drawn one square, then I have to draw three lines like this, four lines. So now we got a square pyramid. Here why I used red color means to differentiate these two lines. For that purpose I used the different color. So this is called a square pyramid because the base is square. Here the base is triangle, so it is triangular pyramid. Now we move on to next shape, that is cylinder. To draw a cylinder you have to draw these two circles like this, then you have to connect by two parallel lines. This is cylinder. Next one, cone. To draw a cone, draw one circle and connect these two sides of a circle by two lines. So this is cone. Next is sphere. To draw a sphere you have to draw one circle and draw another circle like this. So this is sphere. Now we see some real life examples of 3D shapes. What is this? It is a dice which used to play some Ludo games like that. So what is the name of this shape? What is the shape of this dice? It is a cube. Yes. Then what is this? It is a football. What is the shape of this football? It is a sphere. It is a birthday cap, isn't it? What is the shape of this birthday cap? It is a cone. It's a cone shape. Even cone eyes, we can say that one also represents cone shape. What is this? It is a old model TV. Now we are using flat types of TV, but this one is the old model. What shape it represents? It is a cuboid. The next one, it is a gas cylinder, isn't it? In the name itself we can find out the shape. The shape of the cylinder is cylinder shape. Okay, it is a piece of cake, isn't it? What is the shape it represents? What is the shape of this cake, piece of cake? It represents prism, triangular prism, because here the upper part is a triangle, even the bottom part is also triangle. Here we have connected these two triangles by lines. So the piece of cake represents triangular prism. Okay, what is it's a clock, digital clock. What is the shape of this digital clock? To find out the shape, first you have to find out the bottom. Here the bottom, the base is a triangle, so it is a triangular pyramid. It is also pyramid, but the bottom of the pyramid is square, means it is a square pyramid. Let us take a cube like this, then take another cube exactly like this. Okay, now we are going to dissect this cube. Okay, to dissect, open along its edges. These lines are called as edges. Okay, when we draw a cube, so first we have to open up that top part, then the front part. So now right part, right side you have to open along with the top part. So after that we have to open the left side, then the back side part. Okay, so now we bisect this cube. Now we get the 2D shape, isn't it? This is not a 3D shape. Now we got a 2D shape. This is called as net of this cube. So net is nothing but if we open all the sides and lay it flat, it is called as the net of the 3D shape. It is a two-dimensional shape. This is the right side part, isn't it? This is the top part. Then this one is the front side. This one the base or bottom. So this part is the back part. Then left. Okay. So when we open this cube, so we got these faces of this cube. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 faces are there, isn't it? For the cube, 6 faces are there. These faces are also a square. All the faces are square, isn't it? So when we open faces along its edges, we get this net. This is called as net of a 3D shape. So now we are going to learn about faces, edges and vertices. So already we have seen that faces, isn't it? So this is how we dissect that square cube. So when we dissect this cube, this one front side, right side, top, then left, then back and the bottom. So this is how we got. Okay, so these are called as faces. These are called as faces. So cube is made of 6 square shaped plane. These square shaped plane or these planes are called as faces. So these square shaped planes of the cube are known as its faces. Okay. Next, faces, edges and vertices of a 3D shapes. So already we opened up that cube and we found that the sides or the flat surface is called as face, isn't it? So the flat surface of a polyhedron is its face. So in any shape, the flat surface is called as its face. We take this cube, the sides of these cubes are called as face. The sides are flat surface. So this is called as face. Okay, in this cube, how many faces are there? So front, back, then left side, right side, top and bottom. So totally 6 faces are there. So in this cube 6 sides are there, so 6 faces are there. A line segment which connects any 2 faces of a cube is called as edge. A line segment. So the lines. So these lines which connects any 2 faces. For example, if we take these lines means this lines connects with front part, the front square and the top square, isn't it? So a line segment which connects 2 faces of the cube is called edge. So these lines are called as edge. So here this line is called as edge. Not only this line, all the lines of this cube is called as edge. How many edges are there in cube? Okay, in upper part 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 edges are there. Okay, in bottom part 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 4, 8. Then you have to consider the side lines. So 4 plus 4, 8. Then 9, 10. Then 11, 12. So totally 12 edges are there. So upper part, the top part has 4 edges. Then the bottom part has 4 edges. Then side we have 4 edges. So totally 12 edges are there. Next, each corner point where 3 edges meet is called as vertex. So each corner point. So this corner point where 3 edges meet. For example, if we take this corner, here 3 edges are meeting, isn't it? This one, then this one, then this one. Here 3 edges met here. So this corner is called as vertex. Similarly, we have so many corners in the cube. We will find out. The meeting point of more than 2 edges is called as vertex. So the meeting point of more than 2 edges is called as vertex. We'll see. So this one, then this one also, then next this is vertex. This one is also vertex because it meets 3 edges. The same way we have these much of vertices in this cube. So how many vertices in a cube? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So totally 8 vertices are there in a cube. Okay, what is the name of the shape? It's a cuboid, isn't it? So how many faces are there? So this is the face. Then these are called as vertices. The same way these lines are called as edges. So these corners are vertices, then these lines are called as edges. Now we are going to find out f plus v minus e. What is f? F is nothing but face, number of faces. Then v means vertices. Then e means edges. So how many faces are there in this cuboid? So front, then back, left, right, top and bottom. So totally 6 faces are there. Then how many vertices are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. So plus 8, then minus e. E means edges. How many edges are there? So in upper part 4, then the bottom part 4, then the sides or 4 lines are there. So totally 12. So 6 plus 8. What is 6 plus 8? That is 14 minus 12. 14 minus 12 is equal to 2. Isn't it? Now we will check for another 3D shape. This is cube. For cube we have already find that faces, vertices and edges. So the sides are called as faces, the corners are called as vertex, then these lines are called as edges. So now we are going to find out f plus v minus e. So how many faces are there? 6 faces, isn't it? Front, back, left, right, and top and bottom. So totally 6 sides. How many vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertices are there. Then how many edges here? In upper part 4 lines, then bottom part 4 lines, then these sides have 4 lines. So 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12. So 6 plus 8 minus 12. What is 6 plus 8? That is 14 minus 12, that is 2. For cuboid and cube, we got the same answer. That is 2, isn't it? We'll check for another one shape. What is this? It is a triangular prism. Now we are going to find out f plus v minus e. How many faces are here? This front, back, then left, right, bottom. Here there is no upper part. So totally 5 faces. Front, back, left, right, and bottom. So totally 5 faces. Then how many vertices? 1, 2. If we take this first triangle 1, 2, 3, then if we take another triangle 4, 5, 6. So totally 6 vertices are there. Then how many edges? If we take first triangle 3 lines are there. Then the second triangle 3 lines. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Then the connecting lines are 3. Isn't it? So 7, 8, 9. So totally 9 edges are here. So what is 5 plus 6? That is 11 minus 9. What is 11 minus 9? That is 2. We'll check for another one shape. This pyramid, triangular pyramid. For cube, cuboid, then triangular prism, we got the same answer. That is 2. Now we will check for this pyramid. Okay. So f plus v minus e. So how many faces here? So 1, 2, 3. 3 sides are here. Then that base, bottom part. So totally 4 faces. Triangular pyramid doesn't have that upper part. So the base, the bottom part, then 3 sides. So totally 4 faces. Then how many vertices are there? This one 1, then 2, 3, 4. So totally 4 vertices. Then how many edges are here? We have to count that lines, number of lines. So 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6. 6 lines are here. So these 6 lines are called as edges. So 6 edges are there. So what is 4 plus 4? That is 8. 8 minus 6, that is 2. If we look at these shapes, we got the same answer, isn't it? 2, 2, 2, 2. So now we can conclude for all the 3D shapes, if we find out f plus v minus e, that is called as Euler's formula. Okay. This one you have to pronounce as Euler's formula. So f plus v minus e is equal to 2 in all cases. We have found for 4 shapes. These 4 shapes have the same answer, isn't it? F plus v minus e, that is equal to 2. So this is true for any polyhedron, and this relation f plus v minus e is equal to 2 is known as Euler's formula. Okay. So now we are going to verify Euler's formula for 3D shapes. Solid, name, f means face, then v means vertex, e means edges, then f plus v minus e. So already we have found that for cube, isn't it? So cube 6, 8, then edges are 12. So that is answer is 2. 6 plus 8 minus 12 is equal to 2. Then for cuboid also we have already find that the name of this shape is cuboid. 6 plus 8 plus 12. 6 plus 8 minus 12, that is equal to 2. The next is shape triangular prism. For this one also we have did. So 5 faces, 6 vertices, then 9 edges. So 5 plus 6 minus 9 is equal to 2. Then the next shape is square pyramid. Okay. For square pyramid, how many faces are there? For square pyramid, it has 4 sides, then 1 bottom. So totally 5 faces. Then how many vertices? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, then here 1, 5. So 5. How many edges are here? So in bottom itself it has 4 lines. Then side it has 4 lines. So 4 plus 4, 8. So 5 plus 5 minus 8. So 10 minus 8, that is equal to 2. So this one is a triangular pyramid. Because the base of this shape is triangular, so it is called as triangular pyramid. So how many faces are here? It has 3 sides and 1 bottom, so totally 4 faces. The same way it has 4 edges also. So 1, 2, 3, then 4. Then it has 6 edges, 6 lines are there. In bottom itself it has 3 lines, then side it has 3 lines. So 3 plus 3, 6. Now 4 plus 4 minus 6 is equal to 2. Okay. For all the polyhedron, for any 3D shape, we get the same answer. This is called as. So I gave these 3 sums as homework. Do it and send to me. Thank you, students.